Okay, this is a very special section. This is also one of the most complicated. It's not complicated in terms of technical analysis, but it's more complicated when you're trying to manage your own emotions and your own psychology when it comes towards really executing these ideas. Now, this is called how to give your trades a second chance. So whenever we're talking about how to give our trade a second chance, the main concept here is that you have to keep your bias the same, right? The first step is to always keep your bias the same. Now a lot of times what traders would like to do is they would say that, okay, I'm going to take a buy at this position, and they take a buy and price does this, weird liquidity grab, or it retraces more than you anticipated for it to retrace, and it hits your stop. Once it hits your stop, you're like, okay, you know what? I had a buy at this point. It hit my stop loss. I'm going to try to look for a sell. And once you try to look for a sell and you're selling, let's say your bias was correct, let's say your trend identification was correct, which was a buy. Now when you try to look for a sell, the trend continues and it continues up and hits your stop loss, and now you're lost 2 trades, right? And then maybe you try to take a buy after that and you get a small win, whatever, right? So now you have 2 losses. You took a buy, that didn't work out, and then you took a sell, that didn't work out, and then price eventually went exactly where you thought price was going to go. That has happened to a lot of people, and that used to happen to me as well. Now psychologically, that's very, very damaging. You lose confidence, it hurts your ego, or sometimes, you're in a buy position and price retraces, hits your stop loss, and then it goes exactly where you thought it's going to go. That's very, very normal. That happens all the time. Sometimes you can say, oh, well, even maybe I would have had my stop loss a little bit wider, or maybe like a lot of these things go into your mind. So the best thing to do at this point is to just step back and logically look at price, that, okay, if price did went into my favor, it went exactly where I thought it's going to go, how could I have executed on that, right? Like, what could I have done differently? Okay, maybe I could have looked for a second position, or maybe how could I have given my trade a second chance? And whenever you're looking at price in a way where you could have given your trade a second chance, there's always going to be a technical aspect to that, whether it's going to be a candle giving you a buy confirmation, or it's going to be a candle, giving you an opportunity for an impulse entry, which we've covered in the past. All those things are going to happen, and all those things are going to print exactly how you want them to print. Okay, so whenever you're looking at a trade and you're taking a loss on a trade, always understand this, that if price tends to go in your direction, there's always a way that you can give your trade a second chance, whether it's from a candle confirmation or it's that through an impulse entry. So we're going to go over some scenarios and some examples, and hopefully we can shed some more light on how to give your trades a second chance. So in these examples, we're going to assume that price is in a trend, which it should always be in a trend, and you're trying to trade the trend because trend is your friend, and we're not going to fight the trend. Okay, sometimes you may get opportunities to fight the trend, but just don't fight the trend, right? It's just not profitable. So we're going to go over some examples, and this is only going to be when price is trending. So we're going to take a look at a bullish trend, and if you reverse that, it becomes your bearish trend, and the ideas are normally basically simple. So let's take a look at this right here. For example, let's say we have candles pushing bullish, right? We have a bullish trend, candles are pushing up some more, and candles push up some more at this point. And what's happening now is that now you're getting this sort of like resistance being formed up over here. Let's say you have some sort of a buy being formed. Now, just by looking at this, and trend is up, and I know some of you guys have gone through certain concepts and certain market structures and certain ideas. Do you think this is a great idea to take a sell at this point? Do you think? I don't think so. This is not a great idea to take a sell at this point, because for you to take a sell, so now this is basically all side note, right? For you to take a sell in a bullish trend, you want price to basically come down right here, maybe whatever, and then you want price to create some sort of a support if you want to take a sell. This is side note. This is not related to this section where we're doing whatever. So you want price to create a support. Once we create a support, let's say this is also a 30-minute time frame. let's say we've created a support. Now, if price breaks this support, this is where you should take a sell. Counter trend trading. We've went over this. This is when you should be taking a sell. Okay. Now, so we're not going to go into more detail on that. We've already went into detail with this, right? So what we're talking about is how to give your trade a second chance. Now, let's say price is continuing to push down. We are pushing down, you know, in an uptrend. We're making a higher low, and this is where we have created a support now, right? We've created a support, and price is pushing up. And let's say, for example, this is a 40 pip range. You have a 40 pip range, and you're saying that, okay, you know what, there's a high probability for price to go up, and you're looking at some sort of a confirmation, and this is your confirmation where the candle has closed bullish. Let's make this a little bit smaller, right? Candle has closed bullish. Everything aligns in your favor. 30-minute time frame, bullish trend, support formed, higher low formed, and there's a high probability for price to continue to push up. Right? And that's where you're executing your perfect buy. Now, for example, let's say that price does not do what you anticipated it to do, and instead of moving up, let's say price wicked down, it broke above this high. Let me remove this. It broke above this previous high, and then price started to continue pushing down, right? And we formed a bearish candle at this point. What are you going to do at this point, right? We formed a bearish candle. Now, this is only provided that now, here's the thing. Whenever you're looking for a buy or a sell, you're keeping the same bias. I cannot stress this enough. You're always keeping the same bias. If you're looking for a sell, you have a selling bias only if price is trending bullish, right? If price is trending bullish and you're only looking for a counter trend sell, you're waiting for the support to break and then you're taking a sell, right? If price is trending, let's say bearish, then you're looking for sells or whatever. But if price is trending bullish and you're only looking for buys, you're only looking for buys. Never change your buys for anything. Never. This is the core value of trading right here. Never change your bias. Changing bias is only left for experienced traders who've seen certain things happen over and over again. So never, ever, ever change your bias. This is the pro tip right here. Never change your bias. Now, let's say, for example, you took a buy and you took a loss at this point and candle closed like this, right? Now you're like, oh man, you know what? I expected price to go up. It didn't go up. Like, what should I do now? The best thing to do at this point is to just wait to see if you have another buying opportunity, how to give your trade a second chance. Now, this may for some look like, oh, you know, we can go down, blah, blah, blah. But let's say, for example, if we do go down, and your bias was bullish, so your buying opportunity never came, so you ended the trade in a loss. Now, let's say, for example, you were able to manage risk, so you didn't lose the whole percentage, you lost a portion of that risk, and that's it, right? Loss is a part of the game. You manage your risk, you lost less than what you anticipated to lose. Perfect. Day closed, awesome, right? Now, for example, instead of moving down, we have a candle that goes bullish. Now, this is very, very, very important. Let's say you have a candle that goes bullish. Now, there are two scenarios, right? There are two scenarios that this happens. Now, if we focus on just this idea right here, don't you think that we have a bullish candle and then we have a bearish candle right here? So we have a resistance form. Now, note this down. If a candle closes bullish, but it's still below this resistance that we formed, this is not a good opportunity to buy because we're still under this resistance. Now, there are different scenarios that we're going to go over, right? So we have to keep making notes, right? If this is a resistance, we're closing below this resistance, this is not a good opportunity to take a buy. The best opportunity to take a buy would be, number one, if this candle closes above this resistance, and now you can give your trade a second chance. Now you can give your buy a second chance, anticipating the next candle to wick down and to continue pushing up, right? So over here we have some confirmations. The first confirmation is that you have a bullish trend. The second confirmation is that we have formed support. The third confirmation is that the candle is closing above this resistance, which is now giving you enough probability for price to continue moving up. Now, another thing, side note. When are big moves supposed to happen? When can you expect big moves to happen? Can anyone answer that to me? Can anyone? There's no one here, it's only me.